Good afternoon. My name is Emily, and I'm a music therapist at Notable Music Therapy Services here in Reno, Nevada. Thank you so much for joining me for this afternoon's musical adventure. Today we're going to be learning about the orchestra and all the instruments that you would find in an orchestra. What is an orchestra? Does anybody know? It's a big collection of lots and lots of musicians that come together to play music. There are violin players, trombone players, sometimes harp players and piano, and we're going to learn all about these different instruments today. But first, we're going to sing hello. Let's sing hello. We'll sing hello to you and to me. Let's start with you. Hello to you. Hello to you. Hello to you. How are you today? How are you feeling? Thanks for telling me. My turn. What was my name again? Do you remember? It's Emily. Let's sing to me. Hello, Emily. Hello, Emily. Hello, Emily. How are you today? I'm feeling sleepy today. Sleepy and happy. I'm feeling two ways at the same time. Alright. Thank you for singing hello. I'm looking forward to learning about all these different instruments with you. Let's get started. Welcome to an orchestra. Today we're going to be learning about all the different instruments that you find in an orchestra. You can come on this website, www.classicsforkids.com, to play lots of other music games too. But first, let's learn about the person that conducts the orchestra. His name or her name is called the conductor. Let's see what the conductor does. Ooh, that was the big sound of all the orchestra musicians playing together. So this guy, the conductor, stands in front of the group and directs the musicians to play the right thing in the right way at the right time. Let's see what a conductor looks like in real time.
Sehr betonter.
There was our conductor conducting this very large orchestra full of different instruments. I see flutes and clarinets and bassoons and we'll learn about all of those different instruments. Next, let's check out this section. These are called the string section. We've got basses, cellos, violas, violins, and harp. Let's see what this game says about the string section. Ooh, lovely. String instruments use vibrating strings to make their sound. Let's check out a few of these string instruments up close. First, we have a violin player. The violin is a small wooden instrument that sits on your shoulder, and it has 4 strings. It's being played with a bow. Let's hear what this sounds like. Wasn't that beautiful? She was playing the song Let It Go from Frozen. I bet you've heard that one before. That was beautiful. Next, let's hear what the string instrument cello sounds like. Cellos are a lot like violins, but they're quite a bit bigger, and they sit on the ground using an end pin. So let's hear this young man play the cello. Oh, that was lovely. As you can probably hear, the cello has a much lower sound, but it can also reach up into those high registers like violins. Next, let's learn about this string instrument called the harp. You might have seen a harp before. They make beautiful, soft sounds with the strings. Let's hear this song. It's called The Fountain. Wow, that made me feel so relaxed. I love the sound of the harp. It has such a sweet, soft sound. Next, let's learn about this part of the orchestra. These are called the woodwinds. Some of the woodwind instruments are clarinets, bassoons, and flutes. Let's see what this game has to say about the woodwinds. Very nice. That was a selection of several woodwind instruments playing together. Let's hear excuse me. Let's hear some of these instruments up close. Here is an example of a clarinet. You might recognize this song that he's about to play.
Start frightened, isn't it? That makes me nervous.
That's a fun little tune. Sounded like Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. That was so much fun. Who knew the clarinet could be so lively? Next, we're going to check out another instrument from the woodwind section called a bassoon. So, as this game is explaining, woodwind instruments are made of a long, hollow tube of wood or metal, and the sound is made by blowing air through a very thin piece of shaved wood called a reed. So a reed is what goes in the player's mouth. You'll see this boy playing a reed right here. Let's hear what the bassoon sounds like up close. What a joyful, jaunty tune! That was an example of a bassoon. You also probably saw another instrument in the background that we'll talk about a little later. What is that instrument in the background? It's a piano! Next, let's check out a flute. A flute is part of the woodwind section. It's another instrument that uses breath to be played. Let's hear the flute. song was called Flight of the Bumblebee. I could really picture a bumblebee buzzing around from flower to flower in a hurry. Next, let's check out another part of the orchestra. These instruments are called brass instruments. They're another type of instrument that uses the breath and the mouth to play, just like woodwinds. But these are made out of brass and other metals and use a different mouth shape to play. Let's hear what they sound like together. That was beautiful. Let's hear a few up close. This is called a trumpet. Just like the other brass instruments, it's made of metal and has a flared end. You can see right here. You can also look at the music going by on the bottom of the screen. See what it looks like. Let's listen. Wow, that was a dramatic piece. It sounded so intense, and it reminded me of a Western movie like cowboys riding off in the distance. That was lovely. Thanks for checking out that brass instrument with me. Next, we're going to look at some instruments from the percussion section. So percussion instruments include drums, xylophones, metallophones, a gong, all kinds of stuff like that. Let's hear what they sound like together. Ooh, nice. It says that percussion instruments are played by being struck or shaken. So they either use sticks or are a shaking instrument, like you might think of a tambourine. That's a great percussion instrument. Let's check out a few of these up close. Here's an example of a percussion instrument used with mallets. Let's hear what this sounds like. Wow, that is a marimba instrument. It was so powerful and fast. I could hear some other drums in the background too. Maybe you heard those as well. You might have played a xylophone at school using just one mallet in your hand. This guy is using two. He's super advanced. Let's take a listen to another percussion instrument. This percussion instrument is called a timpani. A timpani is a set of drums that all go together. Let's try and see what a timpani sounds like. Doesn't that look fun to sit in the middle of a pile of drums and play? You also might have seen his feet were moving on some pedals, which changed how the drums sounded. That was gorgeous. Now let's learn about another instrument that you sometimes see in an orchestra or in other places too, called a piano. Very nice. The piano actually has strings inside of it. The strings are struck by little hammers connected to the keys. There are 88 keys on a modern piano, each one with a different note. That's a lot of keys. The piano is a very interesting instrument and it can be used in so many different ways. Let's take a listen to some Disney songs played on piano. You'll see the little hammers in the video striking the strings. That's what makes the piano sound. Wow, that was beautiful. We learned about so many different instruments today. We learned about the conductor, first of all. We learned about string instruments. We learned about woodwind instruments, brass, and percussion. All of them together make up an orchestra. Maybe someday you can go and check out some more YouTube videos of orchestra performances and hear the beautiful music that comes when everybody plays together. Thank you so much for learning about these different instruments with me today. I hope you had fun. Wow, I enjoyed that so much. I hope you did too. If you'd like to tell me what your favorite instrument is from the orchestra, you or a grown-up can comment on the video and let me know what you think. And remember, you can find that game and other games like it on www.classicsforkids.com. There's lots of other really fun games where you can learn about other parts of music at that website, so check it out on your own. I think you'll like it. Now it's time for us to sing goodbye. We'll sing goodbye to you and to me. Let's start with you. Goodbye to you. Goodbye to you. Goodbye to you. I'll see you again next time. My turn. Remember what my name is? It's Emily. Goodbye, Emily. Goodbye, Emily. Goodbye, Emily. I'll see you again next time. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Take care, everyone. Oh, and don't forget, if you love these videos and want to support us in this time, you can click the button that says donate below. Have a grown-up click that button for you. Even $5 makes a really big difference to all of us here. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more videos like this one. Thank you, everyone.